Another of my favorite detectives, I'm sure you've heard of him, is Perry Mason.
Oh, yes.
The reason I like him is because he was someone who had a disability, as some of us do, and he did an excellent job. It was almost as if he didn't have a disability. He was always nice and calm, and he presented his cases extremely well. It is now my privilege to introduce our evaluators for today. And when you come up to do, that's okay, because I don't have any notes about what you're talking about there. First evaluator for today, can you read this thing? In evaluating, where are you?
Here he comes.
Yeah. First evaluator today is Ken Smith evaluating Arlinda's speech. Is that right? Yeah.
Thank you very much, Madam General Evaluator, my fellow Toastmasters, and again, our most welcome guest, Debbie, and especially Arlinda. I love this particular book because it helps bring out the emotion in the voice. And this was the most emotion I've heard in your voice in any of the speeches that you've given. So I'm looking forward to you doing the other 4 projects in this book. One of the comments I have is, I read the project through, and I noticed you had underlined at one point, don't look at the audience, and you followed that. The problem is, there was not a period after that. It said, don't look at the audience as often as you would when reading prose. So that is one thing, and that's for everyone here. When they do the book, pay attention that you are supposed to look at the audience somewhat in order to sell an emotion is the most appropriate place to do it. Your use of pauses were very good. Did I read the wrong note? Okay, sure. There were several places where your voice conveyed the emotion very well. The whispered word, Lenore. You appropriately dropped your voice when you said that. Perched and sat, and nothing more, was another place where your voice conveyed the emotion that was behind it. More variety would have helped. There were a number of places, and what I want to do right now is read one stanza. Probably not the best reading of it, but it will show you some places where you could have put in some notes on it to instruct yourself. For example, beginning with, presently, my soul grew stronger. Lifting the energy, as you say it, conveys that. Hesitating then no longer. Sir, said I, or madam, truly, your forgiveness I implore. By looking at the audience when you do that, you're selling the emotion. But the fact is I was napping, and so gently you came rapping. And so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door. That I scarce was sure I heard you. Here I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more. Gestures at the end, shrugging the shoulders, things like that helps. Another point is to have your reading in 2 stacks in front of you instead of 1. Just read the one on the left. And that way you don't have to visibly flip a page as you do it. As you finish the bottom of it, you can start at the top and subtly slide it over and continue reading. So you always have 2 pages in sight, and you don't have to pause for a moment or anything just to turn a page. Again, no. Did you start that?
I'm sorry, I didn't know it. I should have stayed on to that.
I do look forward to the other four because I'm looking forward to you putting more emotion in your voice. You read very well, and you give your speeches very well, and that's the only area I see that's lacking, and I think this manual is going to bring that out in you. Madam General Evaluator.
So minutes on, what?
Okay. Anybody have a stopwatch? Or do you change?
I will,
Yeah.
it's 7 minutes. For the next one, I don't know.
Have you changed it yet? Let me know.
Yeah, sure.